God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. God answers prayer. God answers prayer. God answers prayer. He's so good to me. He cares for me. He cares for me. He cares for me. He's so good to me. I love him so. I love him so. I love him so. He's so good to me. I'll praise his name. I'll praise his name. I'll praise his name. He's so good to me. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. Oh yeah. So good to me. He's so good.
Hey boys and girls, welcome back to the Kids Club this week. It's so nice to see you guys again. This week I've been thinking a lot about all the strong people I know in my life, and I've realized that sometimes I have trouble staying strong. So I thought we would go back in time and meet a man that was known as the strongest man to ever walk the earth. He was a fighter, and he used his mighty power to serve God. Let's go visit Samson right now. Wow, you look super strong. You must be Samson.
That I am, small boy. And who might you be?
My name's Jackson, and I came here today so I could talk to you about a thing that's been on my mind a lot lately. And I thought that maybe you could help me with my thoughts on the idea.
I'm more than willing to try, Jackson. What have you been pondering?
Well, you see, I'm a small boy, and last week my uncle asked me to help him carry a lot of his old things to the attic, and I wasn't able to carry half of it up there because it was too heavy. And I know one day I'll get bigger and I'll be able to carry the things on my own, but I feel so helpless right now. I really want to get stronger super fast. So I wanted to ask you, how did you get so strong? Did you eat all those muscle bars or a bunch of vegetables or work out a lot? What'd you do?
My strength didn't come from working out or eating fancy meals, Jackson. My strength came directly from God, and it was given to me to help God's people to fight against our enemy, the Philistines.
Oh, the Philistines. So you weren't always this strong?
Not always.
Really? I thought you said that God gave you strength as a little baby.
He did, but much like other gifts from God, sometimes he asks us to do something in return for our gifts.
I see. Well, what did God ask from you? Did he want you to save the Titanic or maybe move a mountain?
No, nothing like that, Jackson. My mother had been childless and was told by an angel that she would have a special child. The angel said I was to be a Nazirite, which meant I was not allowed to do three things. The first was never to eat unclean food or touch a dead animal.
Oh yeah, that rule makes total sense. I mean, my mother always has me wash my food, my hands before I eat so that I don't get sick.
Unclean food to us Jews is eating pork or any other unclean animal.
Oh wow, so you never eat pork? So no bacon? Man, I couldn't live without my bacon.
You could if God told you to.
I guess that's true. Well, what else did he ask for you not to do?
Well, I could not drink any wine or strong drink. And the last thing, I was not allowed to cut my hair.
Wait, he wanted you to have long hair?
It was a symbol of my covenant with God. And as long as I obeyed it, God would allow me to have my strength. God wanted me to save his people from the Philistines.
And with that strength, I bet it was so easy.
Well, it would have been if I didn't disobey God's rules.
Oh man, which rules did you disobey?
I first killed a lion. When it was dead, I found some honey in it, so I chose to eat the honey. So I broke the first rule from eating something sweet from a dead animal. The next thing I did wrong was I married a Philistine woman who was not one of God's chosen people. And then the Philistines took my wife away and gave her to someone else. For revenge, I burned down their fields. Then eventually I killed 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey.
Oh, wow, 1,000 of those Philistines. So God took your strength away because you broke the rules you had?
Remember I said that I had broken the rules? I finally broke the third rule, which was to not get my hair cut.
Well, why did you get your hair cut? Was it just getting too long?
God took away my strength because of another bad choice I made. I met another Philistine woman named Delilah and fell in love with her. I didn't know that she would trick me into revealing the source of my strength.
Well, how did she trick you, Samson?
Well, I didn't tell her of my strength at first. The first time she asked me, I treated it as a joke. I told her that if she bound me with 7 new bowstrings, then I would be weak. But when she told me the Philistines were upon me, I broke free and saved myself. Then she asked me again, and I told her that I was bound with my new ropes, then I would lose my strength. But when she tried, I still broke free and saved myself. When I realized I had hurt her feelings so much, I decided that I needed to tell her the truth. I felt like I could trust her, and I knew God was on my side, so I told her.
Oh, so you told her about cutting your hair. So you must have really loved her to be willing to trust her with such a big secret.
I did. I fell asleep, and she had some men cut my hair when I awoke. I was powerless, and the Philistines overpowered me. I thought that I had ruined God's plan to save his people from the Philistines. They bound me and trapped me and blinded me and put me in a mill like an animal.
Oh, that's so sad. Did God ever forgive you?
Yes, at the end of my life, my strength came back, and God used me to push down 2 pillars in a Colosseum. I killed thousands of Philistines that day, but I died and went to heaven.
Oh, wow. So God forgave you and used you even at the end of your life. That reminds me that no matter what our sins are, that Jesus died for them so that we could be saved and go to heaven. And I'm so excited to go home and seek after what God has for me and see how I can grow in my strength from serving him. Thank you so much for telling us your story this week. And thank you, boys and girls, for joining us. I hope to see everybody next week. Bye-bye.